Can you actually make money buying retail sports cards? Seriously, I'm not talking about the highlights you see on social media. I'm talking about the math. In this episode, I'm going to break down why opening packs and boxes is statistically a losing game for most people, even when you hit something big, and why the odds are stacked against you long term. We'll look at expected value, hit rates, grading outcomes, and why the house always wins when you're buying retail. This is not opinion, it's numbers. And by the end of this episode, you will understand why so many people feel like they're close to winning with boxes, but they never actually get there. I also put together a free PDF in the description that breaks all this down step by step with real examples and simple math that you can follow. So let's get into it. So, retail sports cards, what is it? Simply put, it is boxes of cards at retail stores like Walmart, like Target, and it's cheap. It's readily available, and it seems like it's good value because these boxes of like Topps, Chrome, and Prism seem so cheap. Now, something important you need to understand is the difference between hobby and retail. And I actually really didn't understand this up until a few years ago, to be honest. Hobby boxes or hobby packs or hobby cards, these come from card shops or online retailers. This is where there's guaranteed hits, shorter print runs, and there's different cards you could only get with hobby versus different cards you could only get with retail. Hobby is almost always more expensive than retail, okay? Retail sports cards are kind of what I just said. Walmart, Target. This is built for mass opening. It's cheap, right? It's right by the counter. It's like, oh, let me just pick this up for 10, 20, $30, as opposed to hobby boxes could run hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars. Now, let me break some math down as to why buying retail sports cards is not a good game. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to actually make money with retail sports cards. So the average cost of a blaster box is about $30, okay? And there's about 90 cards per blaster box. The average card you pull from a blaster box is anywhere from 25 to 50 cents. So that's about $10 to $15 expected value. So on average, and this is rough math obviously, but on average, you're going to spend about $30 and get about $10 back. That's total, right? That's $10 through 90 different cards, right? How many people are actually going to go out there and sell a card for 25 cents, 50 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents, right? If you've ever opened up retail cards, these cards are stacked and they're all worth barely anything, and it's not worth your time to actually go and sell them, right? You don't want to go and sell a card for 50 cents on eBay. The guy wins the bid. Then you got to go to the post office and ship it. The guy needs to pay for shipping. And after gas, are you really making any money? Probably not, right? So that's why all these cards, even though it might be worth 50 cents, they never actually get sold, okay? Let me give you just a more concrete example. So 2024 Topps Chrome Baseball, a value box. There's 7 packs and 4 cards per pack. So there's 28 cards in total. And the price of this box does range kind of all over the place. But there's one in every 124 packs or one in every 18 boxes where you can actually pull an autograph, okay? So you have about a 5.5% chance of pulling an autograph, okay? Most autographs are worth $10, $15, $5, $20 at best, right? Most guys are not Pete Crow Armstrong. 95% of the autographs you're going to pull are guys who you probably have never even heard of. So even if you pull an autograph, so keep this in mind, you have a 5.5% chance of pulling an autograph. If you do pull an autograph, there's only about a 20% chance at best that autograph is going to at least cover the cost of what you paid for that box. The point I'm trying to make is that it is a losing game. It is the worst form of gambling. Once I spoke to a sports card shop owner who used to see hundreds of packs ripped and boxes every single week, and he counted it. And he told me about 15% of boxes or packs where people open them, people got their money back. You're better off playing roulette or blackjack. Now, how do you actually make money with retail sports cards? So the good thing about retail sports cards is tons and tons of it is open. And there's a lot of these cards out there on the market that are actually worth something. So some good cards to buy and make money on. Prism, for example, red ice, green ice, orange ice. These cards only come in retail packs or boxes. You cannot get a red ice variation Victor Wembanyama from a hobby box unless there's a mistake. Topps Chrome, which is another very popular product, some cards that only come out of Topps Chrome in retail: Pink, X Fractor, Ray Waves, Negative Refractors. These are really good cards to buy, grade, and make money on, or buy already graded while they're low and flip them to make money. To leave you off with this video while I'm speaking right now with a very good card to buy to make money on, and this could change obviously in the future, but right now, a Topps Chrome 2025 Cooper Flag X Fractor, right now while I'm speaking, sells for $100, not graded. A PSA 10 is almost $1,000, and 44% of these cards sent into PSA grade a 10. So you're buying a card for $100, and you have a 44% chance of that card grading a 10. And if it does, you're going to make $800 after fees. And that card only comes from retail since it is an X Fractor. Okay, so you could make money with retail sports cards, just not opening up these packs. What you have to do is buy the cards. Once these packs are open, buy them, grade them, sell them. They have tons of great cards. There's a free PDF down below in the description of exactly what I'm talking about to take you through this in step-by-step format. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you folks in the next video. Cool. Sweet. That's the video. Hopefully that gave you guys just a smidge bit of value. I'm going to pop the phone number up right here, 813-618-2075. You guys can begin calling into that phone number. While you guys do that, I'm going to showboat with some cards I bought. Check this out. This is pretty sick. I bought, this is not something I usually do, but I bought 4 of these 1985 O-Pee-Chee wrestling packs, and I bought them at comps from 2 years ago. And then there's one PSA 9. I didn't know what it was worth, but this is a PSA 9, which is worth, I would assume, at least double. I paid $1,500 for 4 PSA 8s and 1 PSA 9. So I believe that puts me into the PSA 8s at like $250 each, and it puts me into the PSA 9 at $500, which I was super comfortable to buy. I just think this stuff's super cool. I mean, I kind of want to like open up one of these and see if there's a Hulk Hogan in them, because it's not terribly expensive. This is a card. Oh, wow. All right. That's why I don't touch a lot of packs. This is a card that I thought was pretty cool. This is Sammy Sosa, Topps Tiffany 1990 PSA 10. I bought for $400. I paid slightly below comps, I believe. This card I'm big on. I think it's cheap. I think it's going to go up a lot as time goes on and we get closer to the season. Trevor Lawrence 2021 Silver Prism PSA 10. These cards are really, really hard to grade. I paid what'd I pay? $650 or $700 maybe like $50 below comps. I forget exactly what I paid, but I have a lot of faith in this. And this was the big purchase of the card show. You ready for this one? This one actually made me feel bad about myself a little bit, because I know some people that look at this video are going to say that I took advantage of the person. So this is a gold Tectonic Victor Wembanyama, okay? And I'll show you guys what I was looking at when I actually purchased this card. So check this out. So if we look here, Victor Gold Tectonic. Let's see if it's going to pop up. 2023. Oh wait, I have 2024 popped in there. 2023. So, one actually just sold. Nope, that's the different one. That's okay. So check this out. This is what I was looking at. So this exact card, this is his courtside variation. This one is worth more than the other 2 variations of Select. This card, when I was looking, if I could find the sale, come on, where are you, sale? It's one of his hands in the air. So right here, this card sold for $8,000 as a PSA 10 like 2 years ago, or like a year and a half ago, right? And one just sold a concourse, not courtside, a concourse for $3,600. So what I did, I then looked, and I was like, okay, well, there was a PSA 10 sale in August of 24. Let's see what his Silver Prism PSA 10 was doing back then. So I looked at his Silver Prism PSA 10 in August of 2024. It was about $1,000 ish. Yeah, like almost $1,000, about $1,000. And now the card is worth 50% more. So I said to myself, okay, so that means a PSA 10 today would be worth $12,000. I personally think it's worth a little bit more due to this sale because courtside is going to sell for at least 50% more than concourse. At least that's what I've seen time and time again. And I paid $42.50 for this card, and a PSA 10 is at least $12,000. And the guy pulled it from a pack. He told me his nephew did. He was just one of these guys I was walking around the show with just one card. He was asking dealers how much they wanted to pay, and I guess dealers were scared to purchase it due to the lack of recent sales. But this card looks, I mean, it looks pretty damn perfect. I'd be surprised if it doesn't 10. You obviously never know. I'm going to send it out for grading today, but I might let it rip in auction if it does grade a 10. But we'll see. But that was the biggie of the card show that I purchased. Kav, you want to that phone? But yeah, so that's kind of what happened in the card show. What month do you think CJ Stroud will be the lowest? Probably now. If I had to take a guess, it's usually the lowest right now. All right, let's let the callers begin. I think I may have missed a few. Yep, I did miss a few. Mr. Safe called in. All right, Mr. Safe. All right, don't worry, Fort Worth. I'm going to call you back in a second.
Good morning,
Mr. Safe. What's
yes,
up, man?
Sir. Calling from buried Boston.
Nice.
Well, can't be a better morning in Boston. Snow, Patriots back in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man. They you don't.
Yeah. I think now you learned your lesson not to go against them in the.
I won. I bet the spread. It was plus 3.5.
Well, let me tell you something. They will win the Super Bowl.
Safe.
And the reason why is that because that guy who's you've seen it over and over and over again with the Patriots. They outcoach people.
Sure.
And Vrabel has been into 3 Super Bowls as a player. He knows how to prepare his team. You know, the other coach just doesn't haven't even sniffed, the air of a Super Bowl. So I'll tell you something. The Patriots will be better prepared.
Well,
way much better prepared. Just like yesterday.
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. In my opinion, from what I've seen in the playoffs, I think both coaches are excellent. Maybe Vrabel's a little bit better. Probably not. I think they're both just equally as good. But from what I saw, especially when the weather was good in the Broncos game, the Patriots were doing nothing on offense. And then against the Texans, who also have an elite defense, they also did minimal. They just took advantage of CJ Stroud being terrible. And the Seahawks have just as good of a defense. I think the Patriots are just outmanned. Like, the receivers are decent. Their offensive line struggles. Their defensive line is mid. Good secondary, though. I just think they're just going to be totally outclassed, and Drake May is not going to be able to run around. I think they're going to lose by 2 to 3 touchdowns. But that's why you play the game. You never know.
Yeah, that's why you play the game. I'm just interested to know how they're gonna mess it up, because me as a fan here, I get to see it every day. Like yesterday, they did not kick a field goal, and the game was won by a field goal.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, you saw their quarterback, instead of throwing it out and get time, he threw a pass that he's kind of like chucked it to the as a screen pass, and they lost 45 seconds on that. So you see those mistakes, which we tend not to commit those mistakes throughout our Super Bowl, throughout the 25 years that I've been watching.
The Patriots are excellently coached. The fact, I know, like, obviously they had and I even say it too, they had an easy schedule. They did have an easier path to the Super Bowl, but I mean, they just didn't they don't make mistakes. And for the team they have, Vrabel should get Coach of the Year, because they're still kind of rebuilding, right? They still have a lot of room to improve. Their front seven could be way better. They could use another receiver, definitely a 1 or 2 guys on the offensive line at least. So, which is crazy. So I think that the Patriots, we'll see. You never know, because like Drake May is better than Darnold. I think we could all agree on that. So we'll see. You never know, right? They have the better quarterback.
Yeah, that's why And that's why we play the game. Well, I'm going to tell you my recent pickup, and I want you to grade it and tell me if I picked up a good deal.
Sure.
So yes, like I've been dying to get a raw card for the Ali exhibit.
Okay.
The big card that looks like a postcard. You know which I'm talking about?
I have no idea, but I can look it up.
You could check it. You could just say Ali exhibits, and you'll see
Ali. How do I spell that?
Exhibit.
Oh, just exhibit.
Yeah, and you'll see.
Okay.
People 3 wants to sell it for 30 grand, and it's all over the place. It's one of the rarest cards for Ali, and some people consider it also as a rookie card, because those specific exhibits went from 58 to 62, so it's sometime between 58 and 62. Those are not like the baseball exhibits, like the Jackie Robinson one and the others, which they went from 48 to 66.
Yep.
Those exhibits those came out from a machine for a penny.
Yeah.
For a penny, you get that card back. So there's not a lot, like SGC has like pop of like 9, and like Beckett has pop of 22, and it was massive. It was reprinted in the 80s, so you could just kind of like it, but with a gloss, so you could tell easily that it's a reprint from the 80s. So I picked up yesterday one that's a BVG, a Beckett 6.5.
Okay.
For 2,100. What do you think?
What do I think? Let's see. Well, it's 6.5?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find one. Let me just look at other sales. So 2,100 you paid? Yeah, definitely a good buy. I see a 5 for 1,500, so 6.5 I would think is worth more. Yeah, I mean I don't see that many sales, but based on what I see,
you should pick one for yourself. I'll tell you that this card is going to be big. This is so undervalued, more than the Hammers.
Yeah, you paid. You paid very, very well. Looking at these sales.
Yeah, and like I'm stoked that I got that. I know that I was trying to get a raw, and I got a raw from a seller on eBay, which did not pass authentication. So I was like,
it's tough getting the raw vintage. It's like a crapshoot.
Yeah, I was like, and even like, because the authentication people just sent it to me, and then when I looked at it, I was like, it looks good. I took it to a guy who knows a little bit about vintage. He said, like, listen, man, it could be the 80s, even the 80s one worth about like 250 to 250. He said, but if you want the real one, you gotta. So the guy didn't know, the guy who got it, because he sells like antique stuff, and one of his stuff was the Ali, and he said he picked it up from a state, and he was very nice. He's a great eBay seller. He was like, just return it and don't worry about it. I'll refund you. So we went through it, but so I kind of like got a little bit, but I still gotta grab myself a raw one. But you give a lot of advices. I'm giving you a good one. Pick up this card.
Yeah,
this card is an actual card that's considered an Ali rookie. Not a hand cut.
I will for sure give it a look and see if I can find any good deals. That sounds like a good idea.
Well, thank you, and go Pats. We'll talk on the Monday after we have the Super Bowl.
Sounds good. Safe.
Okay, man. Have a good one.
Bye. I don't know. Patriots winning the Super Bowl. Whew, I don't know about that. We're calling you back, Fort Worth. Don't worry.
Hello?
Hey, you have Eric. You are live.
Yes. Yes, how you doing, Eric?
What's up, man? Who's this? Who's calling in?
This is Eric from Fort Worth, actually. I talked to you one time on your show before, from Fort Worth before.
Cool, dude. How can I help?
Okay, so I don't buy boxes very often at all, from like retails and stuff like you said, and I do it every so often and stuff. And I got a box, and I pulled a Drake May, and it was a miscut. Okay, it's a green prism. It's a bad miscut. Okay, like it is like 3/4 of the card is Drake May, 1/4 of the card is a Brock Bowers.
Pretty
okay,
bad, yeah.
But how it's cut so bad, like it shapes like a U on one side, and it's cut like at probably about a 72, I would say, at a degree angle on one side of the card. And I took it to some people, and they're like, I would get authenticated, and I was like, I don't know whether to send it back to them, and get.
Yeah, I think you can get it replaced, I believe.
Yeah, like basically, like, is it worth? Basically, should I send it back and get a different one through the company, or do you think since it is a Drake May? Because I have like over 50, I would say, different varieties of Drake Mays. The only thing I don't have is an auto, but I have different varieties.
Yeah, it's tough because you want to sell Drake May right now, but I don't think anyone's going to buy that. I would just get it replaced if they're willing to do that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't know to be sure because it was Drake May. You know how like it's like people with miscuts and stuff. Certain people will sell them ridiculous prices and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know about that.
That's kind of an interesting card because it's Drake May and Brock Bowers, two good players. So,
right, and that's the other thing is like the guy, one of the collectors I talked to, he's also a big YouTuber guy. Also, he does Sports HQ. He said to get it authenticated, and there would be a buyer for it immediately, no matter what.
Yeah,
it's a unique card.
It's just higher, like. It's just higher risk, higher reward. So you might not get anyone. You might get someone that'll give you a bunch of money. Personally, it depends if you're. To me, it's like a budget thing. Like if you're not hurting for cash, I would go the authentication route, the safe route. If you're a little bit tighter on cash, then I would get it replaced. Me personally, I would get it authenticated and see what I could do with it at a card show because it is Bowers and May, two good players.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I could even send you a picture of it, man, just to
send it.
You can have it on your show. I would love for you to do that just to show you. It was like literally, I pulled it right out of a box. I got a silver prism, a jade and blue silver prism. Sorry, my dogs are going.
Yeah, I hear the dogs.
But yeah, I got a jade and blue out of that, and he's one of my favorite Cowboys, even though he's a backup. I'm a Longhorn fan. So
okay.
Do I send the picture to this number too?
Yeah, you can just send it to this number. So I can take a look at it.
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
Cool.
I'll do front and back.
Yeah, I'll bring it up. Actually, if you could email it to info@majorleagueprofits.com. It'll be easier for me.
How do I do that? What the world?
Or just text it to me. I'll get it solved.
Okay, I'll text it to you. This is because I was going to say I have it pulled up in my text. I don't know how to do an email through the text.
Yeah, just text it to me. I'll get it pulled up after this call.
Yeah, I know it's a Brock Bowers because you can see it's Brock and it's LA. It's just the craziest thing.
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, send that over. Let's see. Here.
And I also have an Aspirations Drake May 2024 out of 875, I think it is. I think it's gonna send up the rating. I think it'll get like a 10.
Cool. Yeah, I'll have to figure out how to get this pulled up, but yeah, I'll pull it up to the audience in a bit. But do you have any other questions?
Yeah, I have an Aspirations Drake May out of 875, but I could literally probably send that off and get it graded, and it'd probably cost me about $40.
Yep, that sounds about right.
So, and the PSA would be your route, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. I think that's all the questions I have then, outside of what you would do on the Drake of that one miscut, man. Like I said,
Sweet. Well, congrats on the pull, man, and I'll call back in and keep me updated. Keep me updated on if it sells.
Yeah. I will definitely.
Cool.
I appreciate you, Eric.
Sweet, Eric. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right, bye. Getting a lot of callers. I got to call back in order, though. I got to be fair here. Massachusetts. We're calling you back, Massachusetts.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You are live.
What's happening, Eric? It's Brian in Boston. How you doing?
Brian in Boston. Have we spoke before or no?
We have a couple of times.
Couple times. Sorry, I'm terrible
I'm
names.
very unmemorable, I'd say.
No, you are memorable. You have like a radio voice.
Thank you.
You are memorable. But how can I assist you today?
Well, I just got a quick question for you. I picked up the other day, if you could pull this one up on the screen.
Okay.
2001 Topps Team Legends Willie Mays autograph.
2001 Legend Mays auto.
And if you, I mean, it's probably better to see if you could pull it up on eBay on the completed listings. What I'm wondering about, it should be the top two that come up. The Topps, it says Topps Team Legends in gold, and I see that on the two different cards that are on eBay, the logos are in different places on the card. It's the same exact card, but one has that Topps Team Legends logo in the left, one has it on the right. And I showed it to someone who's trying to tell me they don't think it's legitimate because of the logo placement.
That's a possibility. But
so it's got it on the left on that one, and then some have it over, like that one that's graded by Beckett has the Topps Team Legends on the right.
So let's look this up. All you got to do, let's just look up the ones that are graded and see. Okay, so it's on the right. Let's see if there's any PSA sales. It could just be a mistake. Yeah, there's a PSA authentic with it on the left, so you should be fine. It could just cards weren't as carefully QC'd back then, so it's probably just a mistake. Them doing it on both sides. Yeah. So, and there's a lot of them that sell on the left. What'd you say?
You just pull that up to someone who's trying to say that it's not, it's not legitimate. To say, hey,
yeah, you could you could see a PSA. I mean, you might want to get it graded, but you could see a PSA authentic sale with it on the top left-hand side.
Oh, good deal.
Sweet, cool. Hopefully, I gave you some peace of mind.
Quick and easy.
Cool. Any other questions?
No, that's it. I think Patriots lose the Super Bowl. Just my opinion, but they don't lose by more than 4.5.
Really?
So that's gonna be my pick.
I think they're gonna get steamrolled, and I'm a guy who bets dogs too. But I just think like looking at how they won these games, like the Broncos were. I mean, they were dominant. The defense was dominant. Imagine what the Seahawks is gonna do, and the Seahawks actually have a legit offense. I think it's a terrible matchup for the Patriots. Drake May's not gonna be able to run around because they're pass rush and they're so fast. I think it's a terrible matchup, but you never know. Like I said, that's why you play the game.
It's true. I'll be going by that. I usually just follow the percentages, man. That's, I was looking at it yesterday. I think it was like 86% were on the Patriots minus 3.5.
Oh yeah.
And I said, I'm going the opposite way. Anytime I see 80% or higher, I go the other way.
I do the same exact thing, but I more do it in the regular season. And then once the playoffs comes, I look where the public's betting. I use an app called, I think it's Action Network.
Yep.
But I think the spread came out like right away at 3.5. Then everyone bet the Seahawks, and now it's 4.5. So I don't know where it's gonna end. They'll probably get it to it'll probably be about even. I think about like maybe 60% might be on Seattle, but I'm gonna take Seattle. So we'll see. I've been extremely hot, so I tend to throw all my playoff profits on the Super Bowl and hope for the best. So we'll see what happens.
Hell yeah. Right on, brother. Well, good luck, and thanks so much for answering that. I appreciate your time, and keep up the good work. You're awesome.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, man.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Man, everyone's on the Patriots. Surprise, surprise. Delaware. We're calling you back, Delaware. By the way, I see everyone's questions in the chat. You got to call. I got to respect the callers.
Hello?
Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You're live.
Hey, Eric. This is Terry from Delaware.
What's up, Terry? How may I help?
I just had a couple quick questions.
Sure.
So I got a Larry Lioja 1933 Gandhi gum. And I'm wondering, should I send it to PSA or SGC?
Wait, what card is it? I have no idea what that is.
So it's Larry Leoji, Napoleon.
Okay, yep. Yeah. Nah,
I might have forgot the Napoleon.
What year is it from?
1933.
Oh wait, that's an extremely. Are you sure the card's real?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I had it in a box that I got from like a old seller at a yard sale, and he had it like inside of like a metal case, and I opened it up. I never even thought anything about it, but when I started getting into the card, I'll be a little bit deeper. I looked into it, and I'm like, is this something here, or do I have something?
Wait, so this was at a garage sale?
Yes.
Okay. I guess that increases the odds of it being real, but that's a very expensive card. Do you have a picture of it?
Yes. I actually sent it to you Saturday, but you were at the card convention.
Can you text it to this phone?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, text it over so I could take a look and see what's up.
Okay.
Yeah, because hopefully it's real.
Yeah, and another thing with them eBay accounts, I've been running into problems where like they'll have like downtowns for sale. Well, it'll be a picture of a downtown, but come to find out, it's like I guess if you buy like some of their cards, you got a chance of winning it, but it's never described as that's what it is.
It's a repack, so don't buy those.
To that a lot, and it's just starting to get frustrated.
Yeah, don't buy those. It's a repack. I don't want to use the word scam, but it's a terrible purchase.
Let me turn the light on so I can give you a good picture.
Yeah, you could send it. You send it. I'll look after this. Any other questions?
No, that was it, man. Congratulations on. I don't know if that was your first time being a dealer at a car shop.
Oh no.
It looked like you were doing your thing. You had the free balls for the kids and everything. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was trying to give. Actually, I couldn't even give it all away because so many people kept.
I seen one guy. He was like, "I just want to give you money for it," and you're like, "It's free," you know.
No oh yeah.
I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, that is funny. Any other questions?
No, that's it, brother. And I'm sending that over right now.
Sweet, cool. I'll take a look at it.
All right.
Bye. Cool. You guys, if you call in multiple, just call in once and it'll put you in the queue. I should probably say that. Just call in once and you'll be in the queue. All right. Arizona. Let's see if this card's real.
Hello?
Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You are live.
Good morning, man. Busy man this morning.
Yeah. There's a lot of callers.
And you called it with the Broncos. I mean, it was as a Broncos fan, hurt, but man, it was free money.
I hate to say it, man. Yeah, I think if the game was good weather, the Broncos would have won. Am I crazy?
I want to go there.
Am I crazy to say that? Because the weather helps Drake May and neutralized the Broncos' pass rush. And he had some big runs, and like Stidham can't play in the cold. And when the weather was good, the Patriots did nothing on offense.
It's what could have been, right?
Yep. Guess it doesn't matter. And I guess it makes a better game that maybe Drake May could beat the Seahawks, but I don't think the Broncos would have.
Yeah, same way I thought too. I was like, going against 12-man team over there. Damn. But I don't even looking up a bunch of cards. I hate to do this to you, but I already had it planned out. If you could help me, because also with this type of card and how to go from here, I've followed the process just like how you said. I was able to pick up a Jaden Daniels select numbers gold at a 10.
Okay.
For $350. I think the last hold was on January for $900 raw. I don't know where to go after it gets graded. How do you go from there? I know I looked up. The only way I comped it was how you said. So I found his draft class. I picked it up in December, and I looked at what Bo Nix was going for, and I knew a certain percentage of what Jane Daniels was going over that. So that's how I priced it out and made that comp. But now I don't know what to do if it grades a 10.
It's the goal. Well, you sell it if it gets a 10. But so it's the gold numbers. It's numbered to 10.
Yes.
You paid $300.
$350.
That's an insane purchase. So one just sold actually. hit the 5 out of 10, which is probably worth a little bit more since it's his jersey number. That sold for 900. So yours is probably worth like 600 at least, I would think. And then when it grades a 10, are you asking me should you hold it or sell it right away?
No, I'm definitely gonna to sell it, just like how you said, opportunity cost, grab the money then and go, and then the process has been successful. But how do you come up with for a car like that? To what price? I know besides throwing it up to auction and just letting the wolves decide, or
no, that would be last resort. I would go on social media, Facebook groups would be my first bet, and one just sold for 900, so you could use that comp. I would start it at $2,000, which is attractive because one just sold for 900. See if you get any bites. If you don't get any bites, lower it. And I'd want to sell that card for at least, like, bare minimum, at least if push came to shove, I would sell it for like 1,100 with that sale sitting there. If I couldn't sell it for 1,100 to somebody, then I would auction it.
Okay, yeah, because this thing was just ridiculous. Of course, before the season, all Jane Daniels stuff was just crazy before the season. So I was just wondering, like, when you come across cars like these and these opportunities, how do you capitalize afterward? And then, like you said, so I like that comp at 2,000 and see what bites happen.
Yep, that's what I would do. Are there any? What does like Bo Nix sell for, or like Caleb Williams? Do you know?
Oh, I haven't even checked for Caleb Williams to look at that one. His gold numbers.
Yeah, I see so I see a Caleb Williams tie-dye select numbers did 382. And okay, so here, let me try to help you out a little bit here because it is a weird card. So I see this sale. This is Caleb Williams out of 25 in October did that. And let's take a look at how much Caleb Williams is up since October.
Since October, it is crazy because I started picking him up.
Yeah, also. So his value since October has about doubled. So this tie-dye that sold for 382 would sell for about 700 today, which means a Caleb Williams gold would be double that, probably 1,400. And Jaden Daniels right now sells for about the same as Caleb Williams, maybe slightly less. So there you go. This probably around 1,300, 1,400 is what it's actually worth.
All right.
As a 10.
Okay, that's good. Now I know also what to look for. Just find somebody who's comparable with their other cars and then find out what it is from there.
Yep, that's the key.
All right, man, I appreciate you. I don't know what we're going to do now, man. Football's over. We got one more game. That's it, actually.
Yeah, it's good for cards because now you can start buying in the offseason, but it's depressing. I told my girlfriend, this is funny. This is so like petty. This is one of the most petty things I've ever done. But one of my main concerns before dating my girlfriend was like having my Sundays uninterrupted. Like football is like a religion for me. I sit there like a zombie, eat my buffalo wings, gamble on my games, put on a podcast, and I don't like to move, right? And I didn't want that to be interrupted. And that was literally a deal breaker for me. If she needed that interrupted, I would have not date. I would never date anyone. So which she happily obliged. And for every Sunday, I've done nothing but sit there like a zombie. In the mornings, I spend time with her, or I play tennis. And then now that football's over, I was making a joke like, man, I got nothing to do now on Sundays. And then she was like, what about me? But
you're like, it was here before you. It's all right. It's the day of Sabbath. We're supposed to rest and watch football.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's gonna be it's pretty sad, man. I get a whole day back, and I get to eat healthier now because I tend to eat like shit on Sundays. And I wish.
Oh man, the wings,
dude. But the bad thing about Florida is like there's no good food. I just get I've gotten Buffalo Wild Wings almost every Sunday.
Yeah, we do the lemon pepper dry rub and then get some buffalo on the side to dip it in. That's it right there.
Yeah,
I gotta stop. It's already too early for that.
Yeah.
All right, man. Take care.
Well, thank you, man. Talk to you soon. Bye. I need a better picture of your nap. I can't. The person who I called in before, I can't see it that well. But we're calling back the next person. That was Arizona, and after Arizona comes Missouri. We're calling you back, Kansas City, Missouri.
Hello?
Hello. Hey, you have Eric. You are live.
Hey Eric, I'm just calling in. I had a few questions about some cards that my uncle gave me
Sure,
to
man.
sell on my eBay.
Yeah.
So one of them is a 1970 Nolan Ryan. The card number is 712, and he said I should sell it for around $225, but I don't know if that's.
Is it graded?
No, it's raw.
Yeah. How's the condition?
It's pretty fair for a old card.
So it sounds like it's a PSA. I would probably, if you want to, it might take a little bit, but I'd probably get it graded because a PSA 4 does $350. PSA 5 does PSA 6 does almost $500. I'd probably get it graded. You could send me a picture and I'll tell you what I think if you want. But you may want to get that one graded before selling it.
All right, yeah, and then I have a few more as well.
Yeah.
One of them is a 1969 Reggie Jackson.
Oh, nice. Is it tops?
Oh yeah.
Is it graded?
No, well.
Yeah, you'll definitely want to get that one graded. How's the condition of it?
It'd probably get like a 7, 6.
7 or 6. That's very high. Just to put a 7 does $1,200 about. So
wow.
yeah.
Yeah, because he sent me a list of cards in a spreadsheet, and he just put what he saw him going for on eBay raw, and he put the Reggie Jackson at 100.
Yeah, don't do that. You're gonna cost yourself a lot of money. That one for sure get graded. Even if it grades a 3 or a 4, you'll make decent money.
All right, great. Yeah, I'll definitely get back to him. Email, and then I have a couple more. One of them is a Sandy Koufax, 1963.
Not graded.
Nope.
Tops.
Yeah, tops.
Let's see. This card, if it's in decent condition, if it's at least like a 3, they get it graded. All of these you're gonna want to get graded unless it's the condition's terrible, but you're gonna want to get that one graded too.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And then the last one is a Brooks Robinson, 1961.
1961 Brooks Robinson.
It's raw.
Let's see what this one does. Yeah, raw does like $60. PSA 3 does like 30. So if it's at least like so this one's actually a little bit cheaper. So if you think this one could get at least probably a PSA 6, at least send it in for grading. If it's in crappier condition, I would just sell it raw for like $30-$40.
Okay, and then the last card is this one's the most, well, not the most, but it's a 1969 Mickey Mantle.
Nice, that's a good one. Yeah, that one I can tell you my answer. You'll want to get it graded.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it seems like most of the idea is if it's above $200, then you're probably gonna want to get it graded.
Sort of. It depends on the condition. Just to keep it simple, every card you just told me get graded except for the Brooks Robinson. The Brooks Robinson's in okay condition, and you think you can get a 6, then get it graded.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, those were all my questions. Thanks for your time.
Sweet, man. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, bye-bye.
All right.
I feel like that voice sounds familiar. I feel like we've met at a card show or something. Could be wrong. Sometimes I feel like the comp man is comping cards. Like a live, I should start charging people to comp cards. I guess that's kind of what I do with the coaching program, right? In a sense. Calling you back. Straight 59 area code.
Your call has been
Sad. Oh, well, we got a caller in as soon as that happened. What's up? You have Eric. You are live.
Hi, Eric. I have a question about finding out a place on Icon.
Sure.
So I think you're probably going to have to go on the PSA website because it's a Drake May autograph, but on a Panini card in a PSA 10.
So you want to know what it's worth?
Yeah.
Is it from 2024?
Yeah, 2024 Select. I can give you the number. The sign-up number.
Give me not the cert number. It's Select.
Yeah, 2024 Select Drake May.
What color is the card?
Purple Prism out of 75.
Purple.
It has an auto on it, so it's like.
Oh, it has an auto on it.
Yeah.
Select Drake May. You sure it's out of 75?
Yep, 75. I can just give you the PSA number on it.
That might take a second. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. It's it's
been really odd.
You sure it's out of 75?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. 67 out of 75. Premier level. Purple Prism from 2024 Select.
What's it called? Level?
Premier level.
Oh, Premier. I cannot find this card. I don't see any Drake May Selects out of 75 autos. You sure it's Select?
Yeah, 2024 Select.
Yeah, send me a picture. Can you text a picture to this phone?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, send a picture real quick just so I could actually look at it. Let's see. Yeah, pop that picture over. Something isn't adding up. Let me know when you send that over.
Yeah, just take a note. It's got to apply that. I send that and I'll send it back.
Sure. Oh, it's an in-person autograph. Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's the key. It's in person. Okay.
Yeah, it's really tough to find comps on it.
Okay, yeah, there's gonna be no comps, but I could tell you roughly what I think it's worth.
Yeah, because I'm probably gonna sell after the Super Bowl.
Yep. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Let me try to break this down for you. So let's see. Let's just see if there's any autographs of Drake May in person. Let me see if there's any select autographs of him in person. Non-auto. Okay.
Because I know without the auto and a 10, this card's like roughly 1,000.
Let's see. Yeah, it is. So that card, I'd put it at that's roughly 1,000. Yep, you're right. So the on-card autographs are weird, but I would say about double. So about 2,000.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Any other questions?
No, that's it.
Cool. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you for your time.
All right, bye-bye. Interesting card. Good information, bro. I appreciate it. The queue is... Oh, we got through a lot of callers. My God. Am I missing anybody? Did I call you back, Georgia? I don't know. I'm not sure if I called you back, Georgia. No, I didn't. Well, I missed one. Let me just make sure all the callers are taken care of. Yeah, right, Cole's cards? That's what I was thinking. It's like something doesn't add up here.
Hi, you've reached the voicemail of Tommy Hauser. I'm away from...
Oh, Tommy, I'm sorry. I called you back a little late. Well, the queue's open. I'll answer some cards or some questions in the chat before we get our next caller. And what's up, Sean? Hi, Eric. Would you say it's still a good time to buy baseball? No, probably not. Too late. It's too close to the season. You have Eric. You are live.
Hi there. How you doing today?
What's up, man? Who's calling in?
My name's Adam in Illinois.
Adam in Illinois. Is it cold over there?
It's freezing. It's below zero. It's awful.
That sounds terrible.
It is, but make do. You get used to it.
That's okay. You got more time to buy cards. How can I help?
Well, I have a question for you. So I recently got back into collecting. I'm going to say within the last year and a half, and it's a very much different hobby than it was when I first started. Many years ago. And one of the hardest things I'm having time with is how do you put a value on a card that has no sales or nothing recent? So I have a handful of what I would call nice cards, even just for myself, for my own personal collection, say that I look them up online everywhere I can, and they'll say like, oh, the card's worth $20, $25 raw. That's based on a sale. Now, I search eBay, I look for sold, I look for, through PSA, and I can't find sales on any of these cards, or at least nothing recent. So for example, I've acquired a Shohei Ohtani card. Very nice, and I'd love to get it graded. I've never graded cards before, and what's holding me back is I don't know what kind of value to put on these.
So do you want me to give you the general way to do it, or do you want me to do it for like an exact card? Do you want to give me a card and I'll value it for you?
I mean, that's fine if you want to. Sure, if it'll help me, if I can see how you're doing it. So I have a 2022 Shohei Ohtani, the Sonic. I think it's called the Aqua Pink.
Okay, wait. 2022.
2022
Sonic.
Topps Chrome. Sonic. Aqua Pink out of 199. And the last sale that I can find, which just popped up not that long ago, was a PSA 9 for $360. But if I send this in for a 10, what would you call it? Like how?
A 10. So like just generally speaking, a 10 on this card will be about 2.5 times PSA 9, roughly speaking. But you could just look. Just what you could do is I'll just tell you how to do it. So you could just find another player from the same year, the same exact card, like 2022 Topps Chrome Judge. Look at a PSA 9, look at a PSA 10 of his, see how much more that card sold for. So if it sold 3 times more, you can make the analysis that this Ohtani card, a PSA 9 to a PSA 10, would be 3 times more. But keep in mind, the PSA 9 that sold was numbered 17 out of 199. Because 17 is his jersey number, it sells for more money. So your card is probably actually worth like $200.
200 in a PSA 10?
No, it's 200 is a PSA 9. Because the cards, the serial number is the same as his jersey number, people value that, and it sells for like something like this will probably sell for like 50% more.
Because that's a premium. Because
it adds a premium, especially for higher end players like Ohtani. So yeah.
Okay, because I mean, I get the idea because I've kind of doing the same thing. So for another example, I have a 2024 Absolute. It's a football card of Joe Burrow. It's the gold stars out of 25.
Yep.
Again, they say it's worth like $20, $25 based off of one sale. And I've compared it to all the other quarterbacks like Josh Allen and everyone that are pretty much in the same boat. And again, nobody has any PSA 10s. There's nothing graded on PSA. There's no sales on eBay for them. So that's the hardest problem I have.
A PSA 10 will almost always sell for at least double whatever a PSA 9 or a raw does, but it will sell for more dependent on how desirable and how hard the card is to grade. So like a silver prism Jaden Daniels, you could buy for like $50-$60, and a PSA 10 sells for over $600 because only 12% of them get a PSA 10. It's very hard to grade. So, but just to answer your question, you could just look at what other PSA 10, because it's the same product, right? This 2022 Topps Chrome Sonic. It's how hard it is to grade for an Ohtani is the same amount of difficulty how hard it is to grade for Bobby Witt. It's the same exact product. So just compare a PSA 9 to a PSA 10 of a different player, and it'll be roughly the same multiplier.
Okay. All right. Now, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. And then if I can just trouble you for one more question.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So I looked this the Shohei Ohtani card we're talking about, I looked it over really, really well, and it's beautiful. I mean, it looks perfect. And I did all the measuring on it and everything to check the
the side, the centering and everything, and up and down, it's perfect, even, but side to side, it is 55-45. Do you think that would still get a 10? Is it worth sending in?
Yes, if the rest of the card is perfect, like especially the corners, if the corners are sharp right angles and there's no surface scratches, then yes.
Okay, yeah, it's I mean, it's like 55 and a little over and 44, almost 44 and a half. So I mean, it's almost right at, I would say 55-45. I mean, it's right there.
Yeah, I would. Yes, it should. It's always a crapshoot, but it should grade a 10.
Okay, and so since I've never sent anything in before, because it looks like they're asking for values. Do I give them the value of what I think this would be worth as a 10?
No, I do the raw value.
Just send it in as the raw value, which I think the last raw value was like $80-something on this card. So I just put that as the value.
Yep, and you'll want to use the $22 service, which is the lowest service.
Perfect. All right, man. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, man. Thanks for calling in. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. All right, we got. This is a frequent caller. I forget the number, but I think this is a frequent caller.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You're live.
Hi. This is Fabian with California.
You said Fabian?
Yeah, Fabian in California.
What's up, Fabian? How can I help?
Not too much. I wanted to see about a couple of questions, typical stuff, looking for some pricing or what your opinion might be. Basically, really, is your opinion on my cards that I have here. The first one is going to be the Lauri Markkanen. It's
what year?
2017-18, the gold, 1 of 10.
What product is it from?
It's the Select Phenom Prisms Gold.
Select.
Yeah, 2017-18 Select Phenomenon.
Yeah. Oh, Phenomenon.
Prisms. Yeah, Prisms Gold. Sorry.
Phenomenon. Let's see if I spelled that correctly. So, what's the question?
The question is, where would you kind of price that thing out at? Because I'm really having a hard time finding like actual comps because it really hasn't sold too much. The original one sold a while ago, and they sold for really high prices, but I'm not going with that, I don't think, at least. So I'm looking for your opinion on that one.
Sure.
It's a 9.5, Genlin 9.5, Beckett 9.5. I want to have a follow-up question on that as far as that's concerned.
So it looks like one sold for $150, a Beckett 9.5 in November 17th. Not sure if that's the same one as yours. It seems like his value is worth a little less since then. So probably like low $100, 110, 120, 130 in that range.
Something like that, even though this is the number 1 of 10.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
That part doesn't matter. Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. And then on something like that, would it be helpful to improve the pricing on that to move it over to a PSA, or should I just leave it in the 9.5?
PSA will increase the value.
But is it worth the risk
of cracking it out?
Mm-hmm.
Generally speaking, I don't crack out Beckett 9.5s. I only crack out Beckett 9s. But it's just dependent on the condition of the card. So if the corners are crispy and it's looks good, then yes, it is technically worth the risk because it should get a 10.
Because it should, yeah. Because I mean, it's a 9.5 across all the gradings and stuff like that. So
yeah,
that's like I was kind of assuming, but I wasn't sure if it was even worth it. Like if it's only going to increase the value maybe $50-$60, then I don't really see the
it should at least double the value.
At least, okay. So then that's decent. That's worth taking the chance on it. Now, the other one I have is a little more special to me. It's 2004 Upper Deck Exquisite Collection.
Ooh, nice.
It's a Paul Pierce Limited Logos auto patch.
A very nice card. Exquisite, or 2004 Exquisite Pierce. Yeah. It's numbered to what again? 99 or 199?
No, it's numbered to 50.
Number 50.
Yeah, number 49 to 50 is the one I have.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
Now there's again same problem I'm having with that one because it's not sold very often. This one I have a side question because of my first actual upcharge because I send all my stuff in through GameStop and stuff like that through the regular service, and then this one they bumped me back at and charged me an extra, charged me $60 to actually grade this card.
Okay.
Now, I'm wondering how to evaluate that into how much should I even ask? Because honestly, on this card, I'm not sure what I want to do with it. Because I love the card. It's basically the patch. If you're able to find it on PSA, because it's the one that's actually pictured currently. It's the one with an S. I believe it's the S of the Celtics patch.
Nice. So is it graded?
Yeah, I got it. It's graded. It's graded. It came back a 7. Which to me, I'm not so much concerned with the grade as much. I know it's better to have a better grade, but at the same time, just looking at the card itself, just because of the patch alone.
Yep.
It's a gorgeous card.
Yeah,
it's beautiful, but I didn't grade the autograph.
Yeah, I'd have to look at the card, but consistently, even decent patches sell for consistently about $900. So that's what I'm looking at. So that's what I'd value it at.
Yeah. Now, would you now considering, I think, because I'm not sure what the rest of the patches look like as far as the roster for all the 50. I don't know if they're all consist of having numbers or letters in their patches, or if they're just going to be plain patches. Like I said, this one is the S. I mean, it's the S of the Celtics.
Seems like most of them have some sort of lettering in them, but usually some are plain. But it seems like there's some with lettering in them, most with lettering in them, if not all of them.
Yeah. So then I missed it. So if I do get, like, say, because I have some other ones that I've sent in and stuff like that, and then I'm worried about sending in some other ones. So if I do get an upcharge around $60 or so for that one, that typically something like that. What is that? What do you usually multiply that up to try to get your base value from your card?
Well, I don't think that has nothing to do with the card. The card's value is just what it sells for.
It's just what it sells for. So I could easily sell it, and somebody will give me less than the 60.
Wait, the Paul Pierce PSA 7 is worth about $900.
This one, okay.
Yes.
From your evaluation, yeah, and I was trying to see, because if somebody charged me $60 for a separate card, that doesn't mean that card's going to be worth $900. It really depends on the card, right?
Yeah. So it depends on the card, but like the way it works, like PSA, if you look at the PSA website, the higher end the card, the more they charge you to get it graded. So you could see if you want to buy a card and send it in for grading, if that card's worth up to $500, you can use the $27 or $28 service. If a card is worth up to $1,000, between $500 and $1,000, you're gonna have to spend at least $60 to get it graded, which is why PSA charged you $60, because your card's worth about $900.
Okay, so it falls within that 500, 900 range, basically.
Correct.
500 to 1,000.
Yep.
And then that's where you get that 60 and up, and then anything higher than that, you kind of start evaluating it as the ladder goes up. Then.
Yep. Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect, man. I have a ton of other questions, but Mister, I don't want to take up too much time. And as usual, man, appreciate what you guys do, man.
All right, man.
Man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye. And the last. Wait. This might be the last caller. Possibly. We'll see.
Hello.
Hey, you have Eric. You're live.
Eric Bubala, Murph from the Bronx, baby.
What's up, man? How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. A lot of snow, bro. A lot of snow.
Yeah, I heard. It looked crazy.
Yeah, man. No snow in Florida. A lot of snow in New York.
Thank God.
I'm a little disappointed I'm only getting on now, because I was trying to call earlier to monopolize the entire show. But, hey, a couple questions for you. One,
sure.
How's the pickleball circuit?
Pickleball, our next tournament is this weekend, so we'll see in Daytona Beach.
Oh, you're not going to be in Tampa for Gasparilla?
Well, the tournament's actually on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, good timing. Yep.
You're not going to be at the, what is it? Let's see what we got here. You're not going to be at the Clearwater Card Show this weekend?
I will not be. I was at the Atlanta Card Show all weekend. I flew in and out of Atlanta in one day. I'm burnt. It takes the life out of you traveling in one day.
Speaking of Atlanta Card Show, I got another question for you, off topic. Out of these choices, which is your favorite cookie? Jersey Mike's, Insomnia, Subway, or Tate's?
What's Tate's?
Ooh, Tate's is from Southampton, New York. You can't.
Yeah.
The whole sleeve.
Yeah, I don't like those as much because they're hard. Honestly, man, shit. It's got to be Insomnia or Subway.
True that. They make a good cookie, though.
Subway's cookies are good, man. They warm them up.
That's right. Don't sleep on the Subway cookie.
Yeah, but I could be saying that because it comes right after eating a sandwich, so it feels good. But I ordered in a Insomnia yesterday after I pounded like 20 boneless wings. Oh, man. Great.
Go get them, Insomnia. It's awesome that they serve it like in a pizza box, too.
Yeah, I said that it took like 2 hours for the cookies to be delivered.
Unbelievable.
I know.
Florida. That's Florida service for you.
I know, bro. It's the downside.
All right, here's my question for you, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been listening, obviously. I know we're high on buying now for like Penix, Daniels, Stroud, McCarthy. Can you give me like a roundabout number that you think their PSA 10 silver prisms will sell for right before the season?
Which guy?
One of four or all four?
Well,
Penix,
the way
Daniels, Stroud, McCarthy.
So Penix, McCarthy. So this is the way it'll go. One of them will barely be worth more. One of them will be worth like 20, 30%. And then the other, something insane will happen and it'll be worth like 50% more. That's usually what happens. Like one of them will pick like, I don't know, like the Vikings will, or like the Falcons will trade for Tyreek Hill or something like that. And then you'll see Penix's value skyrocket. So that's probably what will happen. I can't tell you. They all won't increase the same amount. Something good will happen to one of them in the offseason and it will cause skyrocket.
Got you. So do you have a prediction? I mean, I know you're good at picking your football games.
Yeah. Do I have a prediction? So McCarthy, Penix, Daniels. Daniels I view as the safest. I could see his Silver Prism PSA 10. What is it worth now? Like $600, right? I think. Let's see. His Silver Prism, $700. Yeah, it's already so expensive. I can see like 20% more. I like let me see. McCarthy, let me just see where he's at. Prism, PSA 10, McCarthy. His is 200, and then Penix is about 200 as well. Between Penix and McCarthy, I could see McCarthy, better coach, better weapons. I could see people getting excited about him. I would say McCarthy would be my prediction to go up the most.
Nice. More than Stroud?
Yeah, more than Stroud. Yeah, younger player, so he's more volatile.
Sweet. And that Daniels is already you're saying too high for it.
It's high. Yeah, Daniels I view as like safer investment because like McCarthy and Penix, it is risky. Like what if the Vikings, what if Penix doesn't start? What if one of them doesn't start, right? Their value will shoot down. So
True that. And you still like Malik Willis to get traded?
Oh, well, he's a free agent, so he's definitely gonna go to the. Oh yeah, the team like the Cardinals, the Jets, Miami. It depends where he goes and how much his value will go up. If he goes to like the Cardinals, no one might give a shit. But if he goes to like Miami with all those weapons, people will give a shit. So it kind of depends where he goes.
Nice. Okay. And I heard your pickup of the Trevor Lawrence, the Silver Prism. Sound like a good pickup.
Yeah, I like especially his Silver Prism PSA 10s. There's not a lot of them. They were really hard to grade. I like Trevor Lawrence's value to go up as well. I could see people getting excited. I don't think he's a great quarterback, to be honest with you, but I think he's going to generate some excitement. I think the Jaguars are pretty loaded, and they're going to become even more loaded, kind of like the Texans. Like the Texans could really be the number 1 seed next year. I really feel that way. So they might be guys like I'm going to buy some T-Law and Stroud, but like so before the season this year, I bought Darnold because it was like ridiculously cheap. It was like embarrassingly cheap. So I might do the same exact thing for Stroud, possibly Lawrence, but probably Stroud. I might do a before the season thing because it's just so cheap. I don't know how much excitement he's going to gain preseason because he's been in the league for a few years, but I could see like them legitimately starting the season like 8-1 because their defense is just elite, and him getting another weapon, or Tank Dell comes back actually, and Nico Collins. So I could see them just running over teams. So I might buy him before the season or hold him into the season.
Like the same, I got you. The same strategy you did with Darnold in season. You buy for Stroud and then just sell him as he gets better.
Same thing, man. Stroud's like another rendition of Darnold, except personally, I actually think Stroud's a good quarterback. I know a lot of people don't agree, but I think he's a really good quarterback.
Okay, nice. Who do you think is what would you think he's the best quarterback? You think he's the best that most people are down on is Stroud? Like you think is good? Like the most underrated quarterback in the league?
In terms of card value?
No. In terms of like actually being a good player.
Yeah, but it's warranted because the reality of being a quarterback, you're a product of your situation. So unless you're like John Elway or freaking, Patrick Mahomes, but even Patrick Mahomes, as great as he is, if you don't give him any weapons, it's hard to perform. You get the shit beaten out of you. So like you need weapons. Like Mahomes had nobody to throw to. He had old Kelsey, Xavier Worthy, who's okay, Rashee Rice, who's really not a number one. You see what happens. So like CJ Stroud, he played a pretty good defense with New England. He had nobody to throw to. His best weapon, I guess, was Schultz, the tight end, and like Xavier Hutchinson, who's like a third receiver. So like get Nico Collins back, get Tank Dell back, who are legit receivers, you'll see a whole different story. So I don't even think like he's bad or regressed. Just like if there's no weapons to throw the ball to and nobody's open, there's only so much you could do. That's why I bought Darnold, because I don't think he's a great quarterback. I think he's just a product of the system. And if you have Jackson Smith-Njigba, an elite offensive line, an elite defense, and two elite running backs, I think you could hand the ball off to Kenneth Walker, right? So I don't even think. Yeah. So like I think I could function in that offense. It's really, people think like a player is great or not, but it's really being a product of the system. Like Tom Brady's the greatest example. He's obviously good, but how many years did he have a top defense? Almost every year, right? Great head coach. And the most important thing, his division was terrible, right? The Bills, Jets, and Dolphins, terrible. So every year he was going 5-1 or 6-0 in the division. Just look at his record against the Dolphins, Jets, or Bills, and he was getting a first round bye, right? How much easier it is to get to the Super Bowl if you have to play 2 home games and you don't have to play and you get a bye. It's a lot easier, right? Ask Sam Darnold. He just did it.
Preach, Eric. Preach, buddy.
Yeah. So I need a fucking sports talk show on like Fox or something. But yeah.
Wait, so that brings up a question though. Do you think that there's any quarterback out there right now who isn't a product of their system, who's better than being a product of their system?
Josh Allen.
You know what I mean?
Josh Allen. Yeah, look at it. Bro, Josh Allen's team sucks. He has a good running game, pretty good offensive line. He has nobody to throw the ball to. Nobody. He has 2 okay tight ends, but like that's the level of greatness it takes to overcome dysfunction. And he's like a one-of-one talent. The dude's 6'5", could throw the ball 80 yards, run like a gazelle, and he still wasn't able to beat the Broncos. He still made a few mistakes because he's throwing the ball to freaking Brandon Cooks down the field, right? Instead of Darnold throwing the ball to Jackson Smith-Njigba. But so like even that can't overcome dysfunction. Like the Bills have never really given him weapons. He had Stephon Diggs for a few years. So yeah, dude, the quarterbacking is where you go. It's not how good you are.
Yep. Except if you're Josh Allen, right? If they put him into a good system, he'll be crazy.
Yeah. He needs weapons, man. You need people to throw the ball to. So like Fernando Mendoza, I think he's gonna be pretty good. Like he's a good player, and like he has Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty. If they get another receiver, right? So it's all where you go. As opposed to if you went to like the Jets, they don't really have any weapons. So
Speaking of the Jets, who do you think they're gonna draft, or do you think they're gonna trade their pick?
If I were them, I would trade the pick. They need a quarterback, obviously. I'm a fan of Malik Willis. I know people in New York would probably give the Jets shit, depending on how much you could pay him. I like Malik Willis. If I was the Jets, dude, my optimal situation, take the pick, trade it back, get a corner, their offensive line's actually pretty decent. They actually have a decent running game. Get another lineman and receiver. So like in the first 2 rounds, get a corner, a receiver, and an offensive lineman. And then Malik Willis. And Malik Willis turns out to be solid. you have like a good team that could maybe make the playoffs, right? Every year there's a team that didn't make the playoffs that turns everything around and makes the playoffs and becomes good. It happens every single year, right? The Bears that happened this year, the Commanders that happened last year. It happens every year. There's always a surprise team in the league. So, that's what I would do. I would trade it back and go for Malik Willis. I think Malik Willis is legitimately good. The guy is a fucking stud of an athlete who has a rocket arm and is accurate as well. Just give him some decent weapons. It all goes back to what I was saying. Give him some weapons outside of Garrett Wilson, who's like really a slot receiver type of guy. And it could be decent.
I hear that. That sounds like a good plan that the Jets probably will not follow.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they'll fucking do something stupid with the number 2 pick. But, in my opinion, that's what they should do, right? They need depth. Their defense is embarrassingly bad. They didn't have one interception all year. I think if you were playing safety, you could have had a pick. So, right, all year.
How does Kenneth Walker and make a pick,
Yeah. How does one ball not get deflected and just become an interception? I don't understand that.
The Jets, baby. The Jets. The Jets.
Yeah. I don't really understand that, but yeah. So that's what I would do. But yeah, quarterbacking, it's not how good you are, man. It's where you go. Just look, it's the same. It's time and time again, man. Like Stafford, Lions stinks. It doesn't stink. Like not really. No one really thinking much about it. Rams. He's a Hall of Famer now. Makes a big difference.
Yeah, great point. All right, so as I was able to end up monopolizing this call. I appreciate it. So the takeaway is the Jets are going to mess up, and I should maybe you're recommending McCarthy on the out of the
for off season purchasing. And then if you're looking to buy someone into the season, I would just wait and see who looks loaded. I mean, in my opinion, the Texans are already loaded. I think they just need a better offensive line and running back, which isn't that hard to fix. Offensive line is, but they need a running back. But yeah, that's my humble opinion.
And then just do the same strategy, the same Darno 2025-26 with Stroud 26-27.
Yep, I will be doing the same exact thing. It doesn't always work out. Like the cards are so cheap. Your downside is limited. Like it doesn't go down that much. And the upside's huge. So you could imagine like CJ Stroud Silver Prism PSA 10. I'm looking at it right here. Is worth $225. You can imagine if they start the season 7-2 and he's thrown for 18 touchdowns and 4 picks, right? That card's gonna be $400 or $500 immediately.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I like this strategy.
Yeah, me too. It makes me feel smart about myself doing what everyone else doesn't do and then it working.
Yeah, that's exactly what all the Wall Street guys would say too, right?
Yeah, just zig when everyone else zags. It's the same principles.
True that, bro.
Well, cool. Any other questions?
No, I'm good. Thanks,
all right, Murph. You're the man.
You're the man. Thanks for your help and all the insight. All right, dude. Have fun. I hope you stay out of the kitchen this weekend, bro.
I know. I had that happen to me. Actually, I had one appointment and I stepped in the kitchen like an idiot. Like I forgot it was there. All right, Murph.
Get out of the kitchen. All right, bro. Good luck in your tournament.
Thanks, bro. Later. Holy shit, there's a lot of callers. I have an interview and I'll call one more. No, I can't. I have an interview with we're hiring an executive assistant. I'm sorry. Wow. This is getting popular. Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern, call back. My day we actually finally hired enough employees where I don't need to help the sales team anymore. So I have a little bit more time. Maybe I'll do this one more time a week. It is fun. I do enjoy it. So yeah, I'm sorry. I just simply don't have the time for any more callers. So I apologize to all you folks, but there's a PDF for free down in the description. Once this video is actually posted on the main channel, you're going to see this video in the live section.